Well, Michael Davidson is the founder and CEO of the new Brisbane-based Fintech Propell. It's the first financial platform to combine lending and payment solutions for small to medium enterprises into one digital experience. And it's great to have Michael with us today on Ticker News. Welcome in.
Hi, how are you going?
Yeah, good, thank you. So first, tell us a bit about your career to date and where did the inspiration come from to create Propell?
Yeah, my career so far, I mean, it's essentially been a journey through small business from starting with parents that owned and operated small businesses. I went into, I'd say, my first real job, which was in a corporate in telco, and I worked on small business products through both here in the UK, and then most recently into fintechs and again into small business. So it's really been, a lifelong experience on both sides of small business. And I guess it's off the back of that really drove the deep insight into that small business experience. And then I guess the realization after getting into fintech that there was a better way to solve and help these small businesses solve their financial problems with technology. And that's really what led to setting up Propell and launching.
So did you notice a bit of a gap in the market, or with your small business experience that you mentioned there, all of these issues that they were going through?
Yeah, absolutely. So a small business normally has all of the issues that a mid to large enterprise has. They're usually, though, hamstrung by there's one or two owners in the business that are normally great at what they do, but they're generally not knowledgeable or experienced in finance, and that usually means that they miss seeing the opportunities for both gaps in what they're doing, but also products that they should be using. It usually results in, to solve their finance problems and their cash flow problems, they normally just throw another loan or throw money at a problem instead of solving it more intelligently and in a better way. That was the gap, and that was really the foundation for launching Propell.
So let's get into Propell. What is it exactly? How does it work?
Yeah, we're a digital finance platform for small business, as I've mentioned, and we give them access to insights, payments, and lending. But we're different to what you're used to with just a standard lending and payments provider. We're trying to do things differently. We're trying to change small businesses' experience with finance. And what by that I mean, we're really focused in two areas. One is around helping them inform and educate the small businesses with insights about their business, but then off the back of that, giving them instant access to those products that they can then use to solve problems. And that is different in where you normally have a provider will provide a product in one vertical, in one category, and that small business needs to go to a range of providers to solve their problems, which is very time consuming. And for these small business owners, they're very time poor. But again, we get back to often they're not even aware that the products exist. So we're really uncovering those insights and the needs and then providing that support beneath it. And I guess the one additional piece there is because of that deep understanding we get into the small business as part of our onboarding and assessment, we're able to more fairly assess them against how their business is operating in real time, as opposed to, say, looking at accounting financials for the last 3 to 5 years, which very rarely show exactly how a business is performing, especially in small businesses where they fluctuate.
So what sort of tips do you have for other business owners and SMEs to get ahead of their finances at the moment?
Yeah, look, I just touched on one there. We have a range of tips, but I'd say the big one is don't just throw money at the problem. Sure. So often, small businesses go straight to, I'll get a loan and I'll throw money at a cash flow problem, when it can be solved in much more intelligent ways. And like a really simple example is, if a business takes payment for a service that they did or a product they sold on the day that they sell it, versus sending an invoice with 14 to 28 day terms, you multiply that across those 14 or 28 days, and it can have a really significant impact on their bank balance, essentially their cash flow. The next one, probably the top two, I would say, would be proactive, not reactive. Because again, they're passionate about their business, but generally not the finances of it or the financial management. So they often leave it to be, they're very reactive about how they approach finances. When they get proactive, it allows them to identify and solve problems quickly. And that's actually where we come in, where we're trying to help them be more proactive about those insights.
Michael, great to have you on Ticker News today. Where can we learn a bit more about Propell?
Yeah, go straight to propellme, Propell me.com.au. You can see everything about the product, but also equally it's really fast to sign up, so they can sign up and have that product there ready to go when they need it ahead of
Great
time.
work. Thanks so much for your time today. We'll talk again soon.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, Attorney Generals in Washington, D.C. have filed a lawsuit against one of the world's biggest online e-commerce platforms.